Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Roots with 3S's. I'm your host, Francis, here with my favorite person ever to guess anything on any show. We have Jonathan. How are you doing today, Jonathan?
I'm good. I'm anxious to see the end of the episode because, as you know, we don't watch the ends. We watch them together. So
I know. I haven't seen the end, of course, and I just watched right now. I have everything synced up, so I want to get through this episode because I need to know what happened. Now we're gonna be doing episode 2 of Claim to Fame. We're gonna go through the episode, and then we're gonna watch in little jump cuts the final moments where we can see the reveal and see if all the guesses are right, all that jazz. So just to remind everybody, we don't want actual spoilers. We love speculation. We love people having ideas, clues, but no outright Google searches to find any information because we want to play along with the show as best as we can. So just want to remind everybody that's how we're going to be recapping this season. So Jonathan, overall thoughts of this episode?
it's good. I mean, we find out a little bit more information. I think we maybe solidify some of our original kind of ideas from last episode. So, inching forward as to who these people are. But there's so many that I'm like such at a loss for still. So
I still don't even know their names, some of
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know who the relative is for sure. But I did, well, we'll talk about it later. I did think of somebody and I told you about it, and you said it could be a good guess for one of these players. So I'll reveal that later on in the show as well. We have some friends joining us. We got Sophie in this chat. Sophie, you thought this episode was good? I thought it was good too. Definitely thought it was a good episode. Also, Adrian is here. Adrian did some research after the challenge and has some good theory for some of these people. I promise I won't spoil, but I got some good ones. Theories only, Adrian. Theories only. But I love anybody that's when their mind gets going with ideas. That's what the fun is. I love game shows, and this is a full-on game show.
Yeah, it's like I know what challenge you're talking about. There was some reveal, which we'll get to later, but it's like even then I wasn't Googling oh, who was born in what year. I was just
Right.
kind of like, oh, that actually makes it a little older than I was thinking for certain people and whatnot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, do you know what? Do you know why we're getting a podcast today being the 4th? Because we're in Canada and we don't care. Sorry. It's just not a holiday that we observe. It's not so I went and I used to visit my dad and his birthday's the 3rd, so we'd be there for the 4th. I remember he lives in Las Vegas and we went to this big field and there's concerts and corn, it's just a huge fair basically that was happening. And as soon as it got dark, the fireworks was red, white, blue, USA, and it's just star. It was so dramatic, and I was so American.
I know.
Canada Day,
I
I saw
mean,
one firecracker.
yeah, I didn't go anywhere on Canada Day, but sometimes you do, and it's nice. But yeah, as far as being patriotic and really celebrating July 4th, it's definitely a bigger deal, for others.
Definitely bigger deal. I mean, they have 10 times the amount of people, so there's going to be 10 times more people invested in the 4th of July, but we're two people that aren't as invested.
Yes,
I forgot.
Sorry about it, but happy July 4th.
Happy July 4th. So the first little bit, they have everybody in the house kind of talking about things that they do. So just a little bit of getting to know you. We learn that Cole's family does a lot of snowboarding trips. Does that give you any inkling to who Cole's family might be?
Not at all. And I'm so lost with, I have no idea who Cole is. And
I feel like we're gonna know who he is, though. You know what I mean? I feel like it's somebody that's not gonna be like, oh, I have no idea who that person is. I feel the more that I'm seeing him, the more that I feel there's a familiarity with him, and I feel like we know who his celebrity relative is.
Yeah, it's I mean,
I don't know about this.
Yeah,
Diva here. Hi, Diva. Maybe Cole is Michael Ealy's brother. I mean, if Cole maybe a half sibling, or if he's a mixed race but got certain genes more prominent. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to look up his two truths and a lie again. It
I hope I have
was
it in this book. Um, so that's what we learned about Cole. And we also learned that Shane doesn't like sharing anything. But she does end up telling a story about her celeb relative taking her and her brother when they were younger to Michael Jackson's, I guess, Neverland Mansion. And so she's met Michael Jackson once. So does this help solidify what we already decided for the most part who her celebrity relative is?
I mean, it's a good clue for everyone because I feel like Michael Jackson, kind of, I mean, a ton of people I'm sure went over to the Neverland Ranch, right? But he did invite a lot of children over, or like famous people with children and whatnot. So it's hard to say. I know, I don't know. I kind of believed her that she only went the one time rather than like over and over
Hmm.
again. So I don't know that, and I feel like she wouldn't give away too much. So I feel like if it's true, I would take her for her word. But
But you know what kills me? The fact that like people think that she's like, writing everything down and taking all these notes to find that it's just a doodle page.
how could they not like? How do you not walk by and just notice that she's
Or
like,
maybe she's like,
you know, she's like, look at all the pictures I'm making.
I mean, I like a good doodle. I just okay. So what do you think about her gameplay? Because like
Okay,
you are
yeah,
a master strategist, right?
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's not good for her because hiding that much and playing such a solo game in a social, it is a social game, isn't good because when you look like you're being more mysterious, people are gonna want to, even just naturally, people will want to know to like figure it out. So she's just this big mystery for everyone, and I feel like she'll always be a target if she stays playing like that. So
That's exactly it. And like I was happy that she shared the story about Michael Jackson because like you need to have people want you to stay in the house, right? So if you aren't even known, like you remember last season, like everybody liked what's her name's sister, and so like they just never took her out and they just kind of kept her in the game. But
Kiki Palmer,
no, not
your
her,
sister.
gymnast sister.
Oh,
Simone Biles'
yeah,
sister. I
yeah,
forgot her
yeah,
name already. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
girl.
yeah, 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 exactly. Everyone's like, oh, we'll just that's someone we can do later. You know what I mean? Like we can
Exactly. You want to be that person that you do later because like you like that person and you want them to be in the house and you like have them be your safety net, as opposed to being someone that you can like guess for sure. They don't help you in the game. You don't really care if they're there or not. So like let's use that clue potentially to get her out of the game. So
the
I agree. I don't think that she's necessarily playing well being so
yeah,
solo.
isolated. Yeah, the problem is though is that like, her clues out there, she knows it. I don't know how you necessarily come back from that. And maybe that's what it is. Like, is just kind of being so available as the person to go and trying to steer who's going to be guessing. And I don't know, because, and like that be a person that likes you. Like, if your clue's out there and people are certain about it, then how do you last till the end? I'm not quite sure.
Being likable
It's your
and
only option,
sniping.
right?
Like
Yeah.
likable and then getting the votes on somebody that's not going to pick you and just start knocking people out. I guess. I mean, I've never played this game myself, so like I don't know if that's going to be the best strategy. But like being on your own, these games, it never works. Never
Yeah.
works because she's never unless she has power, and the power that you have is only to get a clue, and that's not. It's only kind of good for 1 week, kind of.
So, and just to go back a little bit for a second, Cole's two truths and lies: relative's father, occupation singer, and award Grammy. And I feel like it's probably like singer and Grammy, and I don't think the father's necessarily true, in my opinion. But who knows?
Wait, sorry, Cole. You said what? I already
The
have other written down. What else did we add?
father occupation singer award is Grammy. So I think that the singer is true. I think the Grammy is true, and I think the father is probably the lie from the two truths and a lie.
Are you sure that's not Shane's clues?
it's hard not looking this up without looking up spoilers or anything, but that it literally says that next to Cole's name. So I just looked up Little
Okay.
Sharks.
The
I
only
might,
reason why I say that because
it might be wrong.
Shane's clue is father musician Grammy,
Let me try to look up Shane on this chart without,
and Cole I only have father, kind of similar to Kathy here.
Let me try to look up Shane's.
For me, but I'm not sure. Like, I mean, maybe there was more revealed that I didn't write down.
Yeah, so Shane should be up next here. Is father musician and Grammy.
So they're the same, you think?
That's what this is saying. Father musician, Grammy.
Can I ask
father...
what your source? What's your source?
Unless
maybe Cole's related to what's his no. You know what I'm talking about. Tattoos on his face. Rock star. I'm a talking about
keep going.
the band. Post Malone.
Oh. I was
So
like,
maybe it's brother musician Grammy.
Yeah, I think the relative's the lie. So
yeah.
But I can see the musician.
Thank you, Caitlin.
I was just gonna let her go for a while.
Okay. Was someone saying that Jane's was also father musician Grammy? Let's see.
Jane is too. Yeah.
Oh, dad musician Grammy. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
But now clearly it's not the dad for Jane, because what we find out later, it's like 1948 was
I wrote it down.
Was the year reveal, I believe.
46.
40. Oh yeah, that's right. 46. 1946. So clearly that's like, I mean, listen, people have babies at 80, but like it's likely her grandfather rather than father.
Right. Or, well, let's say we're thinking Jane is about 45.
Really?
Is she older or younger?
I thought younger.
Really?
See, we look young, so we can't tell. We're not good at those things.
Wait, if she's younger, then it might be grandfather. Yes.
I thought she's younger than me, and I'll be 40 soon, and so
you're not 40 yet? Jesus.
in October. But you look at other people our age, and you're like, they're the same age as me. So it's what I mean. I just assume that Jane's like younger. I have no idea. I have no idea. But if she's 50, then but people on the show were saying that it was not her.
Well, they're calling her mama. I mean, I guess you're gonna be mama anybody that's over like 29 on these shows.
Because it would make you in your 70s, right? So, I mean, I guess it could be parents.
It could be if it's an older parent. So like if it's like a rock star vibe, it could potentially like have like a father that was 70 ish. No, less than 70, like 60s when they had her. Yeah, so see, Kathy's saying that men can father children older ages, so it's possible.
Yeah, like didn't when we were talking about someone just had a kid. Some famous celebrity just had a kid at like 80.
Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. Yeah. I'm not sure.
Al
Pacino. And the other one's son died.
Yeah, that night. Yeah. But so it's all over the place. But I mean,
okay, so she has a 15-year-old, 25, but then she could also have the kid at 35. That makes her like 50. That makes it maybe that. Anyways.
It's so hard to say.
It's really either her father or grandfather.
Jane, you're welcome. I was saying that you were younger, okay?
I mean...
No, she gives off, like, if I would have to cast her in something, I would say mid-40s, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
But, I don't know. I don't want to say old, too. I don't want to say older.
Okay, never mind. So Chris, I think, is maybe the star of the show. Because we get a lot of him, even though like it seems like he's either going to make it far or they're going to all figure him out and turn on him without him knowing, and which is, I think, really, really fun because he's playing quite hard. And his guess right now for Shane is Jen Jackson or Lenny Kravitz. What do you think about his guesses there?
Well, I mean, I feel like we know who Shane is. So like I don't he doesn't have that information of, or he didn't have that information at that time of the clue. So um yeah, not bad initial guesses, but we know that's not the case.
Did you see this?
Thank you. That's such a good lie, though. That's such a
Which one's
wonderful
it? Two
lie.
truths and a lie, or two lies, or
Yeah.
all lie, all lie.
1983.
So Travis goes to talk to Jane and he decides to share the clue that he receives, Shane's clue, with Jane, thinking of Jane as kind of like a motherly vibe, feeling like she is someone that he can trust. And Jane is actually really apprehensive about getting this information because she rooms with Shane and doesn't want to inadvertently be getting her roommate out of the game, and presumably someone that she really, really likes. She doesn't want to take out Shane. So what did you think about Travis's decision to be fully transparent with Jane and share the clue with her?
He picked the wrong one. He picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, we start learning that she is like self-proclaimed, like, manipulator mastermind and all this. And I don't think that's it. Like it's people are seeing through her. People are, although ultimately I feel like she's been getting her way with most things this episode, but it's people are clocking it. So unfortunately, I thought Travis should. I mean, I thought Travis should say something to someone, and I understand why he went to Jane, but it wasn't the right one to go to.
Not this time. Definitely she's playing harder than he's even picking up on. And I think it's the fact that he's a really young guy and now, so he's going to be a little bit naive. I don't think he's going to think that somebody that could be a parent to him would be deceiving him. And so she also said that she has a degree in psychology and she's going to use what she knows in order to enable her to play all these people. I'm like, if you got it, use it, but people might get mad at you at the end. Just saying. She might lose some friends. But
Yeah.
who cares if you win, right? So when they're talking about the clue, there's some things that solidify the celebrity that we were thinking that's going to be Shane's person. So we got the coming to America and played buckwheat. We also learn on the wall that there's a Saturday with a red circle around it, insinuating Saturday Night Live, and then that crown from when he was coming to America, playing Prince or King or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that clue's almost too easy. Like I feel bad for Shane. That's kind of like a Tom Hanks clue. Like I was like, ugh, that's, if they're all going to be that easy for people, a little concerned for, you have to do your best to like not make sure your clue doesn't get selected. So good luck.
Yeah, that's that's what needs to happen. You can't have your clue selected because people will figure it out and they will know who your person is. I mean, maybe that's what the producers want, though. They want people to be walking targets, and so like to amp up the gameplay, maybe, and make it less about figuring out the person and more about avoiding going into the voter booth or like being the guesser.
But like last year, I just feel like they were a little bit harder, and that they were more forthcoming with clues nearing the end with certain challenges and whatnot. And I feel like that really works. So I mean, we'll see how this plays out. But if someone's just able to, this way allows like a larger group, like let's say 5 people get together and they all are good at challenges and want to work together, they can just keep winning and know everybody's everything. So I mean, I guess they'll have to turn on each other at some point, but I don't know. Don't get your clue picked.
And then also though, when like Travis starts crying though, because like Jane lets him know that people are thinking of like wanting to get him out, and him taking Shane's clue has made him a target. Poor sweet Travis starts crying and she comforts him. And when she comforts him, I know that she's just, well, I mean, I think she does have a soft spot for him. She says he reminds her of her kid, but I don't want you to take advantage of sweet, sweet Travis. He's such an angel.
I know, and it's one of those things where I don't know if I could have like that like eventually has to be done, but I just don't know that I can do that right away to someone like that, you know. I just feel like it's really kind of taking advantage of someone in their age. And I mean, you all signed up for the game, but at the same time it's like I personally I just wouldn't try to be manipulating someone that young right away.
Yeah, not me either. Unfortunately. Um, so then Jane runs and tells like the rest of the cast half truths about what Travis shared with her, and I thought this was a really poor performance in lying or whatever she thinks that she was doing well. What were your thoughts here
I'm like,
as
well,
a
what?
casting director and as a game player?
Well, I was just like, what's the goal? Like, what are you trying to make out of that? Like, are you trying to get everyone to trust you because you're literally just spilling someone's secret in front of everybody? Also, it's likely to get back to them. So, what was the point of that? I didn't understand that move at all, and I thought it was like I was like pro Jane at the beginning of all this, and then like up to that point, I was like, ooh,
So sloppy.
so messy. Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna pick another favorite, and I kind of want it to be probably Chris, but.
Do you think Chris is going to be able to make it to the end?
I think we'll be able to tell by like the next episode. I mean, who knows what happens at the end of this one, but I feel like he's analytical and I mean, but here, he's on some people's radar as well. So I feel like it's probably people who aren't or doing well, but yet they're not being kind of brought up. What's her name? Monet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's doing like really well, and yet no one's trying to target her or anything like that. So I feel like someone like that's probably going to make the end.
Right. No, I mean, it seems also, and we're going to get into it shortly, of course, but it seems that she's good at these challenges as well so far. So that's also going to be really beneficial because power is a really great currency in games like these. And so if you have power, you're pulling people's clues, you're not being up for elimination, like you're kind of in a good position. So hopefully people that will want to work with you as opposed to want to get you out. And so she could be doing that, which is pretty awesome for her. But I still didn't understand why she went to the group though. And I was like, like if you're gonna do that, no, I think she should have just not done it at all. Just kept that information to herself. That's what I want.
I mean, information is priceless. So I would love to know what she was thinking by going down and being like, and he's crying and like one thing to go down there and be like, oh, he's crying, I had to comfort him, I felt really bad, not say what it's about or say like but just to share everything. I was like, oh, I don't understand that, but okay.
At all. Like it made zero sense. It's like I don't know. I think he just said nothing. And yeah, just said like, oh, he's so crying. I feel so bad. Like he just is worried that everybody's getting up on him and leave it at that. You don't really have to say much more.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess she thinks that she's a better liar than she actually is.
That's it right there.
And Carson and Chris, who I think they might be my new favorite duo. Cause like they're just like, yeah, we don't believe you, Jane. They're just walking off like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah. That was
yeah, they're so far they're my favorite duo because they're being shown and they are clocking people, and I like people that are playing the game and like clocking. So now though, Chris wants Jane out. So what do you think about that turn of events? We had Travis here thinking that she is like a really great person to share information with, and now Chris is being like, I want her out. What do you think of his assessment?
Yeah,
there?
I mean it depends on how much of a move he makes for that, because I feel like when two, bigger players kind of go for each other at the beginning, it really can become like they will be early outs.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, clock it for sure. Share it with like whoever your bestie is in the house, but be careful because people are watching everyone, and if they take you for someone who's like gonna hunt them down, they might want you out sooner if you're like aggressive about it or anything like that. So
And I don't know if I'm just super cheesy, but next segment, I'm obsessed with these two Jonas Brothers. Like, they really entertain, just so camp and just like they're so cute, camp, and like just leaning into the role that they're playing. I'm really down with them as the hosts, and obviously Franklin is my favorite of the two.
yeah, yeah,
He's
they're
so
very yeah, it's
cute.
good. It's good.
He's so cute. So they are introducing the challenge, and this challenge is to protect your secrets. And so basically, it's called Red Carpet Ready. And they're gonna have to put on some blush and some eyeshadow and some lipstick in the first stage, and then they're going to have to put on their wardrobe for the second stage, and then they're gonna have to walk the red carpet. That's what we learn in the very beginning, but then it's kind of has a little bit on a little bit of a twist on the red carpet that they're going to have to walk. We see Frankie pouring. Are we allowed to say Legos on this channel? I guess
Yes,
so. Sponsor
plastic
us.
toy
Sponsor
block.
us.
Yeah, no Lego. It was. I was a little confused with like maybe the requirements of
Fair.
the makeup, like
Like how much
how
makeup you're
much.
supposed to put
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But it was funny to
Like
watch. I liked it.
I liked it too, but like I would have like maybe there to be a guideline or like you had to like make sure you I don't know, did something specific because it seemed like some people just went like, well,
Yeah,
and
some are
ran
like,
off.
and then others are like, psh. So what were the requirements? Because that was if you didn't have to, if you just had to like put a little spot on you, I don't know why you were doing this. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing.
I think that we probably didn't get all of the information.
Yeah.
But the two worst in each round are going to have a secret revealed about their celebrity relative. Um, in the first round, I had to laugh at JR hobbling over the Lego. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know why the two at the end were struggling as much as they were, but it was a struggle. It was a struggle for them.
it was a struggle for them. So Monet, our girl, was in first place. And then the two stragglers was JR hobbling. So hobbling, he managed to get there before Gabriel, who was in last place. So we learned that they're celebrity relatives. JR was born in Illispring. Oh my God, I can't read my writing. Ithaspring, Georgia. And Jack Gabriel's relative was born in San Diego. Ate it up. Does that help you with either of those two's peoples?
No, it would only if I like really kind of, knew who it was and then Googled where that person was to confirm
Yeah.
it. So I actually don't even know that, that would be hard if you were in the house because you can't look anything up. So unless you're like, oh, I know a lot about this person, I know they're from San Diego, or if it's like a, sports team, which I know some people think and stuff like that, that could kind of give it away. But
It's not broken, right? Torn ligament, so it's just painful probably, and then the Lego on top of it. But just like seeing him hobble, sorry for your pain, JR, but you shouldn't have done that basketball thing. Right?
exactly.
Round two. Okay, so inside a barrel was fish chum. Fish chum. How would you do with this portion of the child? They had to fish out a trophy from a barrel of chum.
You know what? It's one of those things that you just need to go like really quick because if you think about it, you psych yourself out. Like it's not gonna
Gag.
be okay. Don't smell it. Just plug. You know what I mean? Just do it as fast as you
Yeah.
can.
I mean, it looks really gross, but I don't think I'd have a problem with that.
Just tell yourself it's
But
porridge that smells like fish or something. Like I don't know, oatmeal.
I think that I could handle that more than I can handle like rancid milk products.
Mm. But that's the thing,
Personally,
it's the smell, right? So just kind of mouth breathe only until you get through it
do you know what though? I think that some people don't know how to mouth breathe.
at all. And then there's other
Well,
people who only know how to mouth breathe.
well, like because like a lot of people plug their nose, right? But like I know how to mouth breathe, which is like plugging my nose from the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've never plugged my nose when I jumped into the pool. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's swimmers who know and don't know, and if you've never swam before, not a good one, then maybe you haven't practiced that kind of stuff.
Maybe I just it's something I just didn't know that I learned to do. But yeah, I have taken swimming lessons, so I probably did
Yeah.
at one point. Okay, Adrian has some thoughts about for San Diego that relatives could fit are RuPaul, Nick Cannon, Ricky Williams, but Gabriel said his relative isn't an athlete, so just Ru and Nick.
So how do you know these things? How do you know where people are from? I never clock where people
I
where
don't know where
celebrities
people are
are from.
from. Like, you guys better know that we're from Toronto. but but yeah, I don't know what RuPaul's from San Diego.
No idea.
Is it RuPaul from
No
like New York? No, I guess probably
I
not.
mean, spent youth in New York because I've seen those videos online, but like I have no idea where he was born,
No
as I don't
idea.
most people. So unless I like specifically looked it up to verify, but again, in the house, I don't know how much it helps you unless it's associated with like a team, perhaps like you're born and raised there, or it makes sense if you're like, I don't know, it eliminates something for you perhaps. I don't know. I don't think it's a big clue, and I kind of like that early on. Like it's a clue but not something huge.
Like in the end, it'll help it tie it together. But
Yes.
like right now, it's still just kind of nothingness. So Monet, our girl, wins round 2, and the bottom 2 that round were Jane and Shane. So Jane did the worst, and so we learned that her celebrity relative was born in 1946, and Shane's is born in 1961, which lines up very heavily with the person that played Buckwheat.
Yeah. So my father was also born in 1961. So I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure, that's exactly when. I still haven't even looked it up because to me it's like so obvious who a
It's pretty
relative is.
obvious.
But I'm like, what are you doing coming in, near last? Because you need to protect everything at all costs. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. And I agree that like that really lines up because like my mom was born in 1960 and my dad in 59, and like I remember the Delirious album that I wasn't allowed to like hear or listen to that they would have playing. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I do remember his presence, and and they were around he was around the same age
Around
as
the
my
same age.
parents.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, my mom's 1965. So it's like, same thing. I'm like, I know exactly kind of what age group that is, and that
Mhm.
aligns with, yeah.
So round 3 is going to be the ab builder. How would you do with this one? So basically, you have to put like I don't know, it's like shocks on your like waist, and for 15 minutes, and you couldn't if you rang the bell, you'd be out.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried it, but at the same time, the fact that
Jonathan, I'm
everyone
an '05 baby. I can't even deal.
get out. No, no.
'05. Holy guacamole, 18. Wow. Maybe not even have turned. Oh shit.
I can't even speak to you about my youth because you have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's the game itself because like let's skip. Everyone passed. I was just like, oh, then it wasn't hard enough. I love seeing them in pain, but how young are some of these people? I'm older than all of you. What's going on?
I know. I mean, I used to be the youngest for most of my life, and then all of a sudden it flipped, and I'm the oldest. You were Kathy.
Yeah, my mother and my father were very young, 17, my mother. But
Me too.
and
I'm
yeah,
19.
so I overall, I mean, it's like a fun little game, but at the same time, I feel like it should have been strong enough that people would tap out. So I don't know. Didn't It was the weakest out of all three.
It definitely was weak, and like maybe do that one first, and the other ones were a little bit more theatrical, like just seeing people like, oh. Now I have to say, when Chris was kind of barreled over in pain with his side profile, he looked exactly like Donny Osmond.
I'm
Like
telling.
no, but like actually exactly like this the 3/4 side profile of him
Mhm.
bent in pain was twinsies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Like whoever mentioned it in our comments, the first episode 1 thing that we did, And then episode 2 we talked about it, and I'm like, watching this, well, episode 1, but our episode 2. Oh yay, Kathy, yay! I've been convinced ever since I've pretty much seen him that, like, yeah, you look like a Osmond for sure.
Definitely, definitely. He still also looks like John Mayer, but like that 3/4 profile was like Donnie's son. Like maybe it's Marie's son and it's like his nephew, but like those genes, like are so strong. Adrian can't unsee it. Yeah, those eyes.
The John Mayer,
Oh no,
or
it's still
the
about
Donnie.
Donnie. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Oh, Ben loves watching all these recappers trying to figure out who these relatives could be. Just along for the ride. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's super fun. And that's what the show is all about.
Yes, and tell us your thoughts. As long as they're not spoilers and we're just speculation, we love to hear.
We love a speculation. So, in the end, everybody is able to get through this, 15-minute ab builder thing, and so now it just means that Monet wins, which is fine by me. I'm happy that she won. She won 2 parts of 3, so
Yeah, she's gonna do really well, I think, this season.
Yeah, I think that she's gonna probably stick around. I can't see people coming for her. I think it's because they don't have any idea who her celebrity relative is yet, and so I think that she's kind of off limits because it's kind of scary territory, not knowing who they are. Because if you end up having to guess them, you're just like, you can go home. So yeah, she's in a good spot, I think, for now. So that means, though, that Gabriel, who is last in the first round, and Jane, who is in the last in the second round, is going to be the bottom 2. So they're going to have the rest of the house vote for one of them to be the guesser this round. So Chris had a good strategy here. He wants Travis to either give up his clue to somebody so that they can keep Travis in the game, and that Travis doesn't go home necessarily with the Shane clue. So he wants Travis to give this clue information to Gabriel. What do you think about this as a strategy?
Yeah, because I mean, it's interesting. Like, I actually don't know what Chris's specific motivation for that is, because if you think that you know who, like, why do you want to keep Travis over Shane when you think you know, like, who both of them are, essentially? I just didn't necessarily understand why specifically one over the other.
Wait, sorry. Why? Which specifically? Say it again. The last
Well,
bit.
if Chris knows who Shane is, like,
Mhm.
if people know, and
No, he didn't at that point.
did he not know at that point?
No, he didn't know who the only people that knew at that point were potentially Jane and Travis.
Okay, so you overheard later. Is what
Correct.
it was? Okay. So I see him saying that then, and that makes sense, that if you want to keep, like, someone who you're like, okay, this is who I'm going to use for my guess, so I don't want them out. I get it.
Adrian's bringing some facts here. So Chris trying to pull a Sarah Lucina move on Travis by trying to get Shane's clue from him before getting him out. I mean, you want the information before people go. You don't want people to go with a clue, because I don't think that they will replace Shane's clue. So, I agree. Oh, Ben thinks that Shane's a vibe and need her to decide just to witness her iconicness. I mean, she's gorgeous, but I don't know if she has a vibe. She's a little bit, I don't know, a little boring.
I mean, she's a little too cool for it right now, but, like, we'll ease into it and see what happens if she sticks around for a long time. I don't know.
So Jane, of course, is taking advantage of her motherly ways again. I think that she thinks she's doing a lot better than she actually is with, like, her crying or hugging or mothering. I think that she really thinks she's snowed all of these other players, and I think they have her clocked, and I could see her going out quick.
Yeah, when someone cries in a game, for me, I assume it's fake. And so I'm just not buying into it. So yeah, and she has to think that a lot of these people are in the entertainment industry in some capacity, or their relative is. So they're around kind of people who are full of it. And so, like, or actors and stuff like that too. So I do think that she thinks she's, on top of all of it. And I'm like, I just think you're making yourself more of a target and you're going to get caught sooner rather than later, probably.
100%. Now, how did you feel when Gabriel kept on saying Neil Tyson DeGrasse? And I'm just like, oh my God, is he going to go in like wrong and strong? And like,
Well, we like cut to like those interviews where he's saying like, he's like bouncing back. He's like, wait, how do you say it like? And then like Chris was correcting him at one point. I forget when
yeah,
that
it's
was.
basically right after this.
And,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh my goodness. And then he said, like, do I go with just the easier name? I'm like, I would if I were you, because I'm like, if you're getting that wrong, I mean, I'll go with the easier name. If you think you know who two people are, yeah.
Well, like, and if I didn't know, I would also think that Chris clearing it up, being like, no, it's this. I'd be like, is he playing a game and he's trying to get me out? Like, I'd be way more paranoid than this guy is, you know? And so
Oh,
I
I
don't
would go
know.
and confirm with like 7 more people. Be like, "Did you say that?"
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Like I would, yeah. Unless they're the whole house was against you and like made you say the wrong name. Ooh.
But
Oh,
then, like, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Go,
exactly.
go,
I mean,
go. Yeah.
I'd be terrified. Terrified. So Chris then does tell Travis to show the clue to Gabriel since people are now talking about him and like really putting the fear into Travis that like people are planning on guessing him. So he needs to go and get Gabriel to guess him. So that is when he goes and tells him this information. That's I think Chris is overhearing here, and or is it later? Is it here or later? No, I think it's here. And then you see Jr. hobble into the room. And then after he hobbles into the room, he goes and tells everybody that he heard this whole interaction.
Yeah. It was interesting because he said, like, oh, I was like in the bathroom, I think, and heard it. But I was like, no, you were right there. And then Chris was like happily continuing on with the conversation. Like, uh, and I mean, it'd be one thing, yeah, if you're like hush up as soon as someone comes by, it's not great. But to continue on, I didn't think that was great either. Like, just fully with the conversation, like that person's not there. These people are a little messy for me.
Little messy. Now, what about this little messy bit? So Monet is going to go and get a clue, and she's going to tell everybody that whose clue is she planning on taking?
I just remember who
Oh,
she
Neil.
got.
Yeah, she's going to take Travis's clue, and so that's what everybody thinks she's going to go in and take, and instead she goes in and gets Chris's clue. So let's just take a little quick peek here at Chris's clue. What? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Can we see it? No, it was blinking.
Yeah, I see it.
Um, so I haven't really looked at this at all yet. Have you done any thoughts about what we think this clue
So I
means?
haven't Googled. I'm not, I know of the Osmonds. I've listened to them. I've watched them. I've seen them on many reality shows. I don't know their music. It's a little bit older than me. However, I do know that Puppy Love is one of Donny Osmond's songs. Um,
Okay.
and
Puppy
so
love.
and
Like,
so the other ones I don't know, but there is 7 t-shirts there.
was there
One
7 Osmonds?
There's 6 brothers and Marie that I'm
Okay.
aware of. That's because I know they were originally a quartet, and then they added the 2 younger brothers on, which one of them includes Donnie, and then there's the sister. So, I mean, there may be more that I'm unaware of, but I was just trying to make 7 work, and I was like, wait, there was the 4 plus the 2, then Marie. That's 7, right? So, but I don't know if that's what that means. It could be another reference to different songs. I mean, yeah, what did the like shirt and
Well, I didn't
I
know the clue. I thought puppy love, and I'm like, that seems like something of like the Osmonds, you know what I mean? And the fact that there were so many shirts, I was like, there's just I know that there's a gazillion of them, so that just automatically made sense to me. Um, did they dress the same?
oh gosh, I don't see. I just remember a lot of the Donnie and Marie, like them performing and stuff when they were like those clips. I don't know about like the quartet I don't know if all 7 at one point did. I'm not quite sure. I knew the 6 did. I don't know if Marie joined them and they all performed together. I'm not quite sure, but
So what is that? Okay, so let's just go through it, what we think it could be step by step. So we got puppy love. But the one thing that's different than this one than the last clue is it had like and or you know what I mean? It had like
Yeah.
two separate clues. So is this just like clue, 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 clue?
Oh my
Like,
god, I just teen. T-shirt, TN, teen idol.
oh,
Teen
it's of
idol.
course it's Teen Idol. Puppy love, Teen Idol. What's that? A Dawn? Like what's Dawn? Is that a lock?
I thought that was like a leaving the door or something, but like hold on. Puppy love, teen idol, outdoor, right? No.
Oh, right.
Puppy love, teen
Tease,
idol.
tease. 80s, eight righties.
Puppy love,
Um,
teen idol. I
what
was like
is that thing?
in my head, I'm like, that's a Russian doll. That's a Russian doll. Like, what is a
Okay,
doll?
okay.
Yeah.
Is it
Puppy love, teen idol.
doll righty? Oh, okay. Sorry,
Puppy
this is
love,
good. I had
teen
to put it up.
in seven in 70s.
Okay, and so
That is probably that's
what's the
right.
thing before it? Okay, so
Puppy
puppy
love,
love,
teen idol
teen
in
idol.
70s
It what's the before in?
is the doll. So puppy love, teen idol. Yeah,
Idol
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah. In 70s.
70s.
That's what it is.
Yes. That's good, guys. I'm
We did it
thoroughly
together.
impressed. That was really, really good. So, puppy love, teen idol in the 70s. That is 100% Donny Osmond. That is celebrity relative. That's freaking fun. I love that. Well, thanks, Chad. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's 100% what that is. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know how he's related to Donny Osmond, but like those genes are strong. So it's just like, well,
um so Ben, the 70s, there's they have the actual clue and then they put a superimposed clue over top of it, so it's the other clue
yeah.
like on the actual screen.
The full thing is, yeah, the seven right there. You're not seeing it because it's cut off on the end, but yeah.
Oh my god, so good, you guys, smarty pants. I love that.
But like
Well,
that's like if you like imagine if you're in the house and you had that for 5 minutes, you'd know exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Like
that's true. Like 100%.
I'm like, great, I just need
100%.
to win all these challenges and I'll collect everyone's,
I can totally see you being comp beast, winning every single challenge, getting everybody's clue, and just
and then
like being
just
like,
like I'm like, throw me up there. I know I'm gonna pick someone and I'm
"Okay, I'm
gonna
pick
come for you.
you." Yeah, yours, your relative. I know every relative here. Be like, who wants to go home? Test me. Kathy says, my husband figured it out within 5 minutes. I have no idea how. Well, I used to play, I think I talked about this with you before, Jonathan, a game called What's It? What's It? Did you ever play What's It?
Hmm.
So it's basically like a box of cards that had
Yeah.
stuff like this. So it'd be like uh little T's would be like, small T's on the card, or like, it'd be just be different things like this.
Yeah. So
And
we grew up with
so
that and like Mad Gabs too. Like it's all, it's all these kinds of things ish.
so yeah, so Puppy Love is a song. I think it's Puppy Love. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I think
I
I
don't know. I
think
don't
this
know
is
how
how it goes.
I don't know how it goes, but I know it was.
Should I
I don't know if
find
it was
it?
the song or the album, but like
Is
I
it
know Don.
You Don't Know What to Do?
'Cause
I
my
knew.
my grandmother was obsessed with Donny Osmond, so it's I definitely Donny Osmond, ABBA, and Elvis. But it was
Paul Anka as well.
like Puppy Love's definitely one of
Should I
his
just
songs.
play it for a sec? Hold on, let's see.
Sure. I don't know if it's I don't know if I actually know the song or not, but if it's the one I'm thinking of, that's I
Okay.
thought that was older, but I don't know.
Well, this is from 1972. What we're gonna listen to for a sec, for a secondo. All right, let's do this and this.
Were you singing like "And They Called It Puppy Love"? Like, were you singing that one?
Oh wait, was I singing that?
'Cause I'm like, that's older, isn't it?
Well, we're gonna listen to this one for a
I don't
sec.
know. Oh look, we all are wearing the same.
That's what I was singing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Are they covering that, or is that their original
That's
song?
them. Okay, I'm just trying to
Why
like
did I
not get
think it
a.
was, why did I think it was older? They're like Power Rangers. They all have like different colors.
There we go. Nailed it. This is why Gen Z cannot do celebrity shows. I mean, I'm not going to know half of these people very shortly. Like, there's going to be some celebrities I have no clue about. Okay. So that was fun. Kathy, the 70s. The 70s. I mean, music was a vibe in the 70s, like with all like Motown type stuff and like Ed Sullivan show and like all those different shows that featured these bands. Like I thought they were super cool.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that was cool about the 70s for sure. So okay, we figured out Monet's clue. Cool. She does come back to the group and is just like lying about her clue really badly.
Yeah, there's some like stars and galaxies and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, like I went
someone
for
didn't
Travis's.
someone didn't
And
think this through. Like,
if you're gonna lie about these things, think about what a good clue would have been.
yeah, there was a telescope, and there was like, you know what I mean? Like, there was like an atom, like, sign. Like,
Not
come up
like,
with
oh, some
something.
stars. It's like, and like pretending like you just didn't see the clue and you don't have it in your pocket. Okay, so Chris doesn't believe her, and neither do we. Gabriel does tell Travis that Jane exposed him, which I thought, like, okay, that could be good. And I thought that, maybe it could be a good idea for Gabriel and Travis to maybe join forces here, because Travis does point out that Gabriel is kind of the last to know about certain things. We did hear in Carly's meltdown that she doesn't think that he's even smart. And so potentially there's other people in the house that don't think that he's smart. So I thought that him telling Gabriel could have been a good way to build an ally.
Yeah, I agree.
And like we've been saying, also keeping someone that he knows for sure for the future, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what did you think though about Travis's reaction when Gabriel said everybody thinks that your celebrity person is Neil deGrasse Tyson? And then in his confession, he was like,
Yeah, because they haven't been telling us that. I'm like, is it? Or like, are we gonna be surprised at the end? And it like that's what I was like, oh, I feel like Travis is going to get up there and it's gonna be revealed, and it's not going to be because, and I still don't know, because they haven't been saying anything. So there's like, and there's just like reactions that could just be cut and edited together. So I was really curious.
yeah,
I was like, okay.
because his reaction, he could have done a really good job of just going stone cold poker face. And I couldn't tell from whatever they clipped in that moment in his confessional what that reaction was.
Yeah.
I could make that reaction anything. And
Anything.
so, yeah, at this point, I could see them gearing us away, making us believe that, yes, that they got it right, when in actuality, it's not who his celebrity person is. And if that's the case, that's really good for Travis, because nobody has any guesses for him at this point, and he will have a lot more information, and he'll still be in the game, and somebody else will be out.
Yeah, it would be amazing for Travis.
So they do figure, he shows them the clue. They figure it out easily. Gabriel was like, yeah, Eddie Murphy. Like, I grew up with this guy. Like, I love him. Like, it's 100% him. And so he is now wondering, like, if he was to guess, like, does he go for the name that he's confused about or the name that he knows for sure? Now, we haven't seen his relationship with Shane, so he might have a good relationship with Shane that we just haven't been shown in the edit. But if it were me, I would be going with the Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, no, 100% I'd be going with Eddie Murphy for sure, because like you said, you don't want to like slip up there, get nervous, and be like, oh, which way is it? Because you've been like in your head having it two ways all day. I'm like, just say Eddie Murphy. But you're absolutely right. You have no idea as to what their relationship's like, and maybe he's working with her, so he's like, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm. It's very possible. So we get to the photo booth, and obviously we have like the theatrics of them all coming in, and the brothers are introducing the photo booth. We have Shane and sorry, we have Gabriel and Jane standing up, and they're going to be decided between the two of them who is going to be the one choosing who they're going to guess. So I only wrote down a couple. So Travis voted for Gabriel, obviously. Shane voted for Jane. Cole voted for Jane. Who's the redhead?
Olivia, what's her name? Hold on. Who like no one knows anything about right now?
She did the pole dance for like a second.
Olivia.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is Olivia. Olivia on a pole. Okay, Olivia is correct. She voted for Gabriel, and that's all they really showed us. Thank you, Kathy, as well. And so yes, so Jane and Gabriel go to center stage, and the guesser is going to be Gabriel. So,
which is funny because this is pivotal for Gabriel, because I think like people don't know who his celebrity is, and so this is a way for him to go home, because I think if someone tries to guess him, he'd be safe. So he just needs to like not be at the bottom of these competitions, and he can make a deep run in it.
So my question is, did you see who is going to be the guesser?
I did, and then
okay.
it stopped. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. So chat, I'm going to play it. I'm going to have to break it up in like 10-second jumps because YouTube is annoying.
Yeah. We should do our own claim to fame, because I'm related to a celebrity. I'm related to two, but one's through marriage, but the other one's my cousin. So we should do our own.
Do I have any celebrity relatives? I don't think so. It's me. So it would have to, like, my brother would have to go on. All right, let's see what's happening here. So we do find out that Gabriel decides not to go with the low-hanging fruit of Shane and to take the risk of mispronouncing a potentially even wrong answer with Travis. So Travis is going to be the person he's going to guess their celebrity relative. All right, guys, we're here. We made it. Sorry, we're going to do 10-second jumps, okay? Oh, frack! No, I don't want an ad. So annoying. I had it all queued up and I didn't want ads.
Hey, but like, I would watch that movie though. Like,
what's the movie?
I don't know. It was looking good. It looked like some horror movie.
I had like it all. I already would watch like a gazillion commercials to not have to watch any commercials. Oh, Haunted Mansion. Yeah, you'd like that.
Oh, the remake? The remaking?
I think they're remaking it. It had like.
I just focus on what
Danny
I'm
DeVito. On. Okay. Okay, it was just one. Okay. All right.
Exposed, and you will be going home.
Gabriel, who do you think Travis's claim to fame is?
All right. What do you think of Travis's face steer? Do you think that he has it, or like he's wrong? Like Gabriel's going to be wrong?
I thought watching the whole episode that we're going to be surprised because they haven't given anything away, and that's not Travis's person.
Okay. It could be that, or they're just completely misleading us, and because it actually is. Obviously.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Well, he says it correctly. That's a start.
Okay.
What do you think of his reaction face right now? Is he playing like dead eyes because
I don't know.
Not trying to give anything away?
They all have good like poker face.
Oh, what was that? Did you see that little
tick
mouth thing? I think that I might be right. Hold on. Let's see if we can see that again.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That tick to me says he got it. Okay.
Let's find out if you're right. Please take a look at the screen.
I hope it. I don't know. I like both of them.
I know. I'm
I like
actually
both
nervous.
of them. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh, now I remember who. Remember I couldn't remember who he was. So I didn't want to look him up, and now I know.
Yeah.
Like,
So
exactly
that
who-
talent.
Oh my gosh. What a guess.
Wow. That
We're gonna
talent.
watch the end, chat. We will watch the end. Sorry, what we're gonna say.
That talent show, like he should not have done that. The reciting pie thing. Yeah.
I mean, I thought maybe he's trying to like completely lead them, be like, oh, it's too obvious. But
Wow.
Ugh. Yeah, Jane, you kind of
Jane.
did that.
Jane, I'm so over Jane at this moment.
We love you.
Still 3 minutes to go. We're gonna have another meltdown.
Travis.
No.
Travis, please tell us.
This life, I'd love to have like a scientist father.
Do you ever just sit there and like listen to him? I do all the time. Like I watch clips online and whatnot. And I'm like, it's so fat. He just like, just his presence, like really kind of just you make.
If even Gabriel sees you, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Like the thing is though, is like they don't know who Jane is, so like they can like they better. I mean, she'll probably get her clue pick next.
Absolutely.
And
but she might take people out because she knows at least one person, right?
At least one person, so it buys her that safety as long as you know she's there. So
okay, that was really fun though. Like even though we had a feeling it could really easily be
yeah,
Tyson.
I would have liked the story in my head to play out better, like it wasn't, and everyone's shocked, you know.
Yeah, we would have. Well, that was still really, really fun. So, okay, so we know now most likely that Shane's father is Eddie Murphy. Did we learn? And we know now most likely that Donny Osmond is Chris's father. Is it father?
No, I don't think father.
Uncle.
Hold on. What was his two? Let me look up his two truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie.
Chris. 2 truths and a lie. I'm gonna give you all my 2 truths and a lie.
I mean, I have them. I'm gonna make a doc for us.
See if you can guess who my celebrity is.
Oh, for you.
For me, I'm gonna give them.
Am I gonna know them?
Well, I can't give it away because we're doing 2. Here, you want my 2 truths and a lie? Hold on, I'm looking up Chris first. Chris's relative uncle, occupation, musician, which would be true, and award Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
He might not be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to pay for your own. But I don't know if he's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So it's either that one or yeah. So my 2 truths and a lie are, and I've already told you one of them, is my cousin is the relation. The other one would be that he or she is a I should have come up with this at a time. Is a pro athlete. And then the third one would be that they have won, because we're doing awards, right? They have won a Grammy. So those are my 2 truths and a lie.
Your 2 truths and lies. Your uncle, no, your cousin.
My cousin, who's a pro athlete, has won an Emmy. Won a Grammy.
So I think Grammy's the lie. No, or pro athlete. You don't know sports, so I'd say that.
I'm revealing next time. You're gonna have to tune in next time.
Well, how am I gonna find out these clues?
You can leave your little guesses.
Okay, so just say it one more time. Clear out for the people.
Yes. So I mean, I could give you another.
Should I make a banner? Hold on, maybe I can make a banner.
I can give you another. I have another celebrity in my family, but this was through marriage. But that's through marriage, so I won't do that.
Okay. Relative is what?
So it's my cousin, who's a pro athlete, and has won a Grammy. Those are my two truths and a lie.
What did
And
they
do you,
call? Oh, I just
two
describe it.
truths. Do you want to know my other one? My like just to give you an idea.
Okay, this is Jonathan's.
Mhm.
Relative is cousin, occupation, pro athlete that has won a Grammy. So put your guesses below as to maybe who Jonathan. Can we say your last name, Jonathan?
Yeah, Jonathan Oliveira.
Jonathan
And
Oliveira.
and then if you want a hint, and I'll give away kind of the other celebrity who's married into my family, and like this is more of a stretch, but is also related to this person through marriage. So through marriage, I am in my family is Jeremy Bieber, who is Justin Bieber's father. So when there's like in Kitchener, Waterloo area where Justin Bieber is, when there's family gatherings, there are members of my family who go, and Justin Bieber has been there. I have not gone myself. That's more of a stretch, but yes, through marriage, my grandfather and and uh, and his grandmother are brother and sister.
So he says
So
athletes don't win Grammys.
I know. So which one's a lie? Or maybe they do.
Put your guesses in the comment box.
And so through marriage, Justin Bieber technically has a connection to this other athlete as well. So
Okay. Adrian wants to know,
or
will
are
we
they
know
an
this
athlete?
celebrity, Jonathan? Like, are they well known in the media?
Yeah, they're on the TV a lot. But you would have to know kind of what the occupation like is, and if there's no interest in it, then you probably wouldn't know, but if there's interest in it, you should know. Yeah, everyone I've ever spoken to is like, that's your cousin. I'm like, yeah.
Cousin. So we know cousin for sure is the.
I'm just you know what, I'm just gonna tell you, but no, like
No, I want to guess.
or
No.
maybe I'm lying.
You're such a good liar. They want to know. Sophie wants to know what sport they play. I feel like it's not a sport. I feel like a musician. It must be, or maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe they no. I was gonna throw some more. Anyway, that's for you to just leave your guesses. Leave your guesses. They like don't really maybe like a little bit look like me. Yeah, maybe not a little. I don't know.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, go for it.
Are they Canadian?
Yes,
Got it. Okay.
Canadian.
Canadian. Okay, so that's just guess for Jonathan, and then my other person that I have, I think I might have like guessed is actually, let me get a picture of this person. So I think it popped up like a flash in my mind who Hugo's celebrity relative is. So it flashed in my mind this photo,
Yeah, and you told me, and I was like, I think you're right. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up a photo of this person, and you guys tell me if you think that this person is his celebrity relative.
Do you have like a side by side or?
I don't have a side by side. Oh, wait,
Not the
shoot.
mask. Not the mask.
I want a better picture, but it's not letting me
Not
pull up
the
a better
mask.
picture.
They look identical.
But everybody knows that picture. So that is who I think that is related to Hugo. But you can see in this picture on the bottom left, you can see his whole face there.
And we didn't even say it, but Hugo in that challenge was hilarious, by the way.
He was really funny in that challenge. People did mention it in the chat, but then we started talking about something else.
Yeah, so I think you might be right.
Bernie
Sanders,
Sanders, well, that would make sense, right? And like their face structure is the same. I find.
Could be.
So that's my guess at this point for Bernie Sanders for Hugo's grandfather. That's my guess.
Yeah, because Hugo was grandfather. Wait, Hugo's was grandfather, athlete, and Nobel Prize.
Hugo gives more political figure celeb based on how he said his relative was the most powerful person in the country. I mean, I don't know anything about U.S. politics, so I don't know if a senator is super powerful.
But like, if the awards listed as Nobel Prize, like, does Bernie Sanders have a Nobel Prize?
Say again? Has
Does
he?
Bernie,
I'm not sure. I have not
yeah,
looked
like
that.
like they're not common. So like, the lie would be the athlete then, if the award as a Nobel Prize and grandfather are accurate. So I mean, we didn't look it up, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe.
Kathy says, I mean, I feel like that him sitting in that chair was powerful. Like that is like it's viral. But Kathy doesn't think he's powerful. Okay, I don't
If he
know.
doesn't have a Nobel Prize, and I don't think I've heard of that, I don't know that it might be him anymore now. I thought that was a good idea, but I just looked up his Two Truths and a Lie.
Nobel Prize. Yeah, I don't. Well, has Jimmy Carter won a Nobel Prize? I don't know.
Ooh, I don't
I
know.
don't know who the whole peanut scandal thing that people are talking about. I don't know what that is because I'm not American. Um. Okay. Oh, so Carter did win a Nobel Prize. Okay. Well,
Carter's
president
the
is
one.
definitely more in the lines of being a powerful person in the world, obviously. But I don't know enough about him or what he looks like. So, well, that was my fun thought. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was like, that's such a giveaway clue, but I feel like they had to say like an award that everyone won. So, I mean, for him to, say athlete and then Nobel Prize, I'm like, how many athletes have won a Nobel Prize? So, one of those is the lie. And then,
We know he's not the athlete.
yeah, yeah, because he said like
Yeah.
he thinks, yeah, because he's admitted that to us, but not to them yet. So,
Okay, so Kathy's saying that Jimmy Carter was a peanut farmer before he became president. So, I mean,
Mm.
you guys have more information than I or we do. So, 100% that you guys are probably more on the money. But I liked my
I
Bernie
mean,
Sanders idea.
I
Go
just,
ahead.
yeah, I want to see. I need to see a picture of Jimmy Carter now. Like in my head, I roughly, but I need like a visual to see if it's like, yeah.
Do you know what I'll do is I'll pull up like guest photos maybe for next week. And so like I'll make like a little like spreadsheet of like potential guesses. Any guesses for any others before we wrap it up?
I don't think that we've gotten. Let me just take a little quick look at this cast. So I'm going away from Rob Schneider. Not old enough.
Rob Schneider's not born at 46.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. Like they need to. I mean, we already said Donny Osmond for Chris, so yeah, that's the extent of what we know at this point, right? Like it's so hard. And JR, no idea. No idea.
No clue. Like not one clue,
Yeah.
but they've only given us
Carson,
nothing.
no idea. Monet, gosh, I want to think about Monet a little bit because I feel like I should be able to figure it out.
She's starting to look familiar sometimes. Like every once in a while, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wait,
And
Sophie is agreeing with you. Rob Schneider could have a relationship. Well, originally Jonathan was thinking Rob Schneider could be related to Jane, but learning that Jane's celebrity relative is born in 46, and that rules him out because Schneider's probably born around 1960.
because Jane kind of looks like, and I don't know how to say her name, Ellie or Elle King, the musician who's Rob Schneider's daughter. So that's where I was going with that. But that's such a wild guess and clearly not true.
Okay, so Gabriel, we've had a couple speculations. Shane, we know. Monet, no clue. Jane, no clue. Cole, Post Malone.
Yeah, I think I can definitely see musician though for Cole.
Olivia, zero idea. Carson, I'm still gonna say Alicia Keys because she's saying so off key that like maybe her person is like really great singer. Hugo seems like it's Jimmy Carter, not Bernie Sanders. I think Bernie Sanders is funnier. JR, no clue. Chris, Donny Osmond. So we're doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah, we still have a lot of show left, so we'll pace ourselves, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
I don't think that Cole could be related to Drake because I don't think Cole is Canadian. Oh, actually, maybe does his dad live in the States? But I still don't. I think I would know that. I would know.
So, yeah, I don't think that as well because
You would know.
I would know. I know friends who are friends with Drake, and I used to audition Aubrey. So back in the day,
Back in the day when I was
so
young, I'm
old,
not a kid
you know.
anymore. Yes. So Adrian thinks that Cole could be related by to Alicia Keys. I don't know. I'm thinking more Carsa, but fine, Cole. Somebody wants to know how many episodes do you think we're gonna get? I say 10, 8 or 10.
How
10.
many? How many are there? I would say 8 is what I'd go with. Summer series are usually like an 8. Why does everyone think Cole's related to Alicia Keys? Looks wise, or what's that based
Yeah,
on?
what are we basing this on? What did we get? Was his his father was the only thing that we got. Well, you said musician Grammy, but I never saw that.
Yeah. So are we just going because we think musician Grammy and then the lies the father? So Alicia Keys. I don't know. I don't know any like other than obviously I've known about Alicia Keys. I don't know anything like extended family or even relationships.
I guess I would feel like because she's a celebrity that I look up because we have the same birthday. So I feel like I would know that.
No, and I have the same birthday as Snoop Dogg.
Really?
Yeah,
Fun. And Rob Sesternino. So Miss Teacher thinks that he looks like her mother. He does, he does have a biracial sort of look. Yes, I agree. And that's what I also think that Carson sort of has. It's like very white passing, but biracial,
Maybe Alicia Keys.
Well, I feel like the reason why I was thinking Alicia Keys for Carson is the Keys. There was a lot of Keys stuff about her talent and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we'll know when we get there. I feel like that's the thing. As soon as we get their clue, because they're so obvious, we'll know. And we'll figure it out. We can figure it out together.
Yes. Well, this is pretty much it for this episode. Lots of fun. I'm really happy that we did this. Sorry that it was at a later time. I had to fly today. I've been awake since 3:30 this morning. So we did it though. I'm really happy. Thanks, Jonathan.
Yes, thank you.
And next week, hopefully, I might have to fly on Tuesday. So if we don't, we'll come in the afternoon, most likely, like we were planning on doing originally, or it'd be around this time again next week. But really trying to get these done the day after because I don't like hiding from spoilers. And so, like, I can only dodge spoilers for like a day. And yeah. So
get all your guesses in for my celebrity.
Yes.
Get them all in.
Joseph said, that's okay, Chantele. We're just glad to have a recap of a great season. It's keeping my interest till BB25 starts in a few weeks on the 26th with an anniversary special. Ooh, yes. Thank you, Kathy, reminding everybody to put a nice little like, a little thumbs up on this video or thumbs down. Any engagement is welcome here. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Jonathan's Two Truths and a Lie. Can you figure out who Jonathan's celebrity relative is? Is it
you want a hint before we go?
What's the hint?
You want a hint?
Yeah.
They are also Portuguese.
That's a good hint.
That's your hint.
Am I gonna be mad Googling? Like, who is Jonathan's? Is it easy Googleable?
No, we have different last names, so yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is easily Googleable. I think you could look it up and look me up and you would have no idea. Yeah.
But what about on Facebook? Is it going to be like a mutual friend or something?
Nope. That person does not have a real Facebook. So
are they too famous?
They're just not into it. Yeah.
Have they ever had Facebook?
No, I don't think so. Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's definitely not Portuguese. Actually, I don't know definitely, but I just don't think Portuguese.
No, Tom Hardy's not Portuguese, but I'm also Welsh, so that would speak to the other side of my family. But this person is Portuguese.
Thank you, Kathy, for being a great moderator and keeping everybody spoiler free because it makes it really, really fun and exciting for us. So, I saw a good guess in the chat. I'm going to leave that one off. And we'll address that next week. So remember to guess Jonathan's celebrity relative. Like this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We love talking about reality TV, especially this show. So, hit that bell so you know when to come and join us for one of these off time recaps. Other than that, that's everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chad.
Sweet.
Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Jonathan. Bye.